Hi, my name is Wilna and welcome to another little art class with Wilna. And in my little art class videos, I love to play with art mediums on scrapbook layouts. And today we're going to be using a stencil with soft gel. And I'm created these 4 products that you can see there. And there's a little cut file with little frames that I'm going to use. And I also created these leaves, and I'm going to be using soft gel, the matte soft gel, and use the negative of the stencil to make a pattern for the background. And then I'm actually going to use the actual leaves that you can see there in the right hand corner on a different page. But I cut out the leaves with my silhouette cameo, and it was so pretty. That it created like the perfect stencil. I couldn't just throw it away. And that is most of the time how I approach my scrapbook pages that I do for my blog and for YouTube. It's very intuitive process, and I just use what is at hand. So I'm using soft gel and this little dabber by Tim Holtz, which is a fabulous little dabber. And I'm just dabbing the soft gel through the stencil. I also used a little bit of adhesive spray at the back just to keep it in place. You can see I'm peeling it off. And I did miss a little spot. You won't be able to see the gel, so that's okay. It dries totally transparent, but once you paint over it with watercolors, then it will resist and then the leaves will appear. So it's like a little magic trick. You just have to wait until it's dry. So back to the products right at the end of this little video. You will see I will show you more of what I created. But I did use my silhouette to print and cut those little frames. But if you don't have a silhouette, you can still print it, get it printed somewhere, or print it at home, and then just use your scissors to cut it out. It's fairly simple. Okay, so now I'm painting with pink and with orange watercolor paint. I'm just using a palette, nothing spectacular. And now you can see how the leaves are appearing. Isn't that pretty? It's so cute and very, very, very simple to use. So you can imagine that you can literally use any stencil with this technique. So I'm combining the orange and the pink. Honestly, those are my favorite colors to complement fall colors, is pink with the oranges and the yellows. And I've been a long-standing fan of it, so I'm adding a touch of yellow, just splattering it over my finger. So this background is really appearing, and I love the watercolor look of it. I'm using American Craft heavyweight cardstock to paint on, and I did not prime my cardstock because I don't like the look of how watercolor dries on gesso. I just don't like it. I think watercolors were designed to draw into the paper so that you get that water markings, and that is what is so appealing to me. That's why I love it so much. But when you prime it with gesso, you get a total different look. So with all the layouts that I'm going to be sharing on my YouTube video channel over the next month and on my blog, I'm going to be using watercolors with these products that I created. So I love fall, and you can see on my blog I have a post about all the fall layouts that I've made over the last couple of years where I put them together. I even have a little fall playlist that I created for my YouTube channel that you can just see on my channel, and just because I just love this season so much. Okay, so these are also little cards that I designed, and I'm just going to place a couple of them behind the frames, and I'm also going to be using photographs. So it's going to be like a combination of little sayings and images and illustrations with the photograph. The only thing that I regret a tiny bit in making this page is I should have left one or two of the frames empty just to write, to do some journaling, to do some writing on. I didn't think about it at the time. So I didn't do a lot of journaling on this page, which is okay, because if you follow my adventure class, or if you have been enrolled in any of my Scrapbook classes, you know that I do extensive writing on my pages because I feel it's important. So if I do a couple of pages where I don't write a lot, I'm like, okay, it's okay. All is good in the world. Nothing bad will happen to me. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using my mini stapler and I'm just stapling the background to the frame. And really, if you want to add any type of photograph or image to the back of a frame, this is the easiest way to do it. What I love about the mini stapler is it's so tiny that you can't even see the little staples easily. You have to, it hides it a little bit because it's so tiny. I'm just fuzzy cutting, the photograph. I'm stapling it to the frame, and then I'm just cutting out the back. So that is basically what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to be adding some foam dots at the back of the frame and to adhere it to my page, and that way it will just pop it off a tiny bit and give it a tiny bit of dimension. So really it looks pretty and intricate, but it's a very, very simple page, and that's what I love about the scrapbook. My approach to scrapbooking is it should be easy, and it should be easy for you to remake it and to make it with me, so I hope it works like that for you. Okay, so with all the backgrounds adhered, now I'm just going to put in foam dots, and I'm putting 2 on each side. I actually went to Michael's and I bought these big foam dots because I have packages of little ones, but the little ones, I hardly ever use them, and the ones that goes quickest for me are the big ones, so I'm placing it almost over the photograph and over the frame so that it holds the photograph and the frame in place wherever I can. And it's just a little bit of a hassle to remove all those little pieces. But heck, scrapbooking, it's not that scrapbooking is the most difficult thing in the world to do. Okay, so just clearing my table. When I created the cut file of the little frames, I actually used my Silhouette software, and I just added in a couple of lines to connect the frames so that when I take it off the mat, it all comes away in one fell swoop. So now I'm just cutting away those little marks, and really it's so easy to do. You can just use a little square to connect it to frames, and then you just weld them. But otherwise you can just cut them out separately and just remember. But I'm lazy like that. Okay, I'm also using this very cute little collection by Crate Paper called Hey Girl. I think it's called, or Cute Girl or something. Just look in the related products, you can see. And I'm just adding the word cute to it, even though, just between us, it's not one of my favorite words. But it's really a sweet little collection, so I wanted to use it. And I felt that the polka dots worked well with the black, just makes it pop a tiny bit. And I also mounted it on black polka dot paper. So here you can see the final page with just a touch of journaling. I did stamp the date because I'm OCD about it right now. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with a different video. And up next, just have a look at where I show you all the products that I created for the month of October.